For my project, I decided to make a short film about the unsustainability of AI. I made it because I felt like we needed to bring more awareness to this, and animating was a skill that I had, so I decided to combine the two. I started by coming up with concepts of character design and the basic storyline. I wanted my character to feel relatable, so I sent out different rounds and versions for my end users to give feedback on what they did and didn't like. From there, I was able to start drawing and developing my outcome. I started with color palettes, and I tried to create contrasting color palettes between the different scenes and locations in my short film so that they would have a big impact on my viewer. I was able to use different tools such as layers, and which helped me to add depth to my animation. It also made my process more efficient. I was able to adjust onion skin frames and the opacity to increase the efficiency of my drawings. I was able to look back at the different versions of my drawings, and I could go back in case I messed up or lost an old newer file. When drawing, I wanted to make it seem overly vibrant and surreal to capture the kind of AI look that we have currently, the over perfect and pretending that everything's really cool and stuff, and then with the outside world I made it look dull and didn't add a lot of colour so that it wouldn't look appealing, which would help with my argument. I also collaged some photos of real trash to add depth to my artworks. I made a basic storyboard that would show the storyline of my piece for my end users to give feedback on, which helped me to choose what scenes were and were not important in my final outcome, and it gave them a better understanding of what was happening in the trailer, in the teaser that I produced. In my final outcome, I decided to use a song made by one of my parents' friends. He's a musician, and I felt like this piece really fit the theme about needing to wake up, and kind of had an eerie, sad, but not intense feel to it. I inserted facts and points to my argument in between the shots of my piece to give it kind of more depth and allow more insight for my viewers. I added transitions such as panning and blurring to add interest to it. I researched my facts before I put them in my film to make sure that they were accurate and I wasn't spreading false information.